All right, well, welcome back. I know it's been more than a hot minute since I've done a video, but I just got in yesterday the Practicing Witch Diaries Book of Shadows. Um, I mean, it's pretty. It's beefy. I got the hardcover. But yeah, it's from the Witchcraft Spells and Magic Witchcraft Academy. And so I thought, since I absolutely adore planners and diaries and books of shadows, I thought this would be a good thing to kind of check out and look at. Definitely made for the beginner. So we're going to go through it and I'll give my pros and cons. And again, these are all 100% my opinions, my dislikes and likes. Again, your mileage may vary. But I like the hardcover. It's an A5 size. But yeah, so you open it up. I love the end papers. And so this is for 2024 for the Northern Hemisphere. You can also get Southern Hemisphere if you're down under. But yeah, like little greetings. They have an online community, so if you want to check them out, feel free. And then the contents. And so it's definitely more than just a planner. Like I said, it is very much geared towards the beginner, like, what is magic? And it talks about, Mother Nature, eco-witchcraft, the various holy days that most witches and or Wiccans follow. I like, again, this is definitely not big enough for the notes that I generally take, but it's a good reference on how to record all this in your own Book of Shadows. So it has like a drawing or photograph of the herb, the name, the date, kind of the description of it, warnings and toxicity, because you definitely need to know if you're playing around with less friendly plants. Medicinal uses, magical uses, and observations. But yeah, and so then they do the same thing for plants that you find out in the wild. Then we go into everyday magic, then witchcraft practices. I kind of like this. It's kind of set up the same way I have my self-care bingo or my goals bingo every month in my own bullet journal, but these are more specifically geared towards witches and witchcraft. Teaching you basic grounding, how to set up an altar, your core altar checklist. Again, like I said, very much for the beginner. I've been doing witchcraft for quite some time, and I have since figured out the best ways for my altars to be set up and my best ways of casting circle. That's if I even cast circle. Let's see, planning intentions, so kind of setting up, possible rituals for the, upcoming situation that you need it for. Again, it's a good concept, but yeah, I definitely need more space than just that. But yeah, so it's got like the circle casting steps. I don't need all that. Planning rituals. Then we go into the universe. So moon magic. I mean, they've got the very, very, very short version of the Charge of the Goddess. I prefer the longer one, but again, personal preference. And then they have the 2024 moon calendar, which is very helpful. The astrological signs that all the full moons will be in. The moon phases. I thought this was a cute concept of a moon mood tracker. And so it's got set up for the various phases, and then what is the mood that you're in for that. Because I know for me, around that full moon time, I'm not sleeping a whole lot. I've got so much more energy than normal. So again, something good to track and maybe see how you're resonating with the various moon phases, which ones work better for you. Then how to do lunar magic, moon cookies. I mean, I'm a sucker for cookies, so I may have to try that out. I'm not big on baking magic. That's just, I'm not a cooker. And then we go into astrology and going into your birth charts. And then you can record where all of your planets and stuff align. If you're so inclined, you can draw yours out as well. She does list where she generally does her birth chart stuff. It's free, so yeah, definitely check that out. Sun signs, goes through your 12 houses, which I'm not very well versed in astrology, so I may be looking more at this than I'll probably look at anything else in here. And then now we're actually hitting the diary part. So the planner diary area. So, I mean, just to show you, all of that is just beginner stuff, which makes me kind of sad because, I mean, the bulk of that I'm not using. And so you get your 2024 at a glance. One of my pet peeves, I do not like Monday starts. And I know there's plenty of people who do, but for me, it just does not make sense. But yeah, and then it goes straight into the calendar. Again, a Monday start, which I wouldn't prefer. I would like to have the option of having a Sunday start, but then it goes through all the moon phases where they're going to be falling. I like that it gives you a kind of a lead into the next month so that you can kind of do a little bit more planning. And then, you know, rituals that you can do, tarot readings. And they've got these set up for every month. So I'm not a fan of the past, present, and future. What I generally read it as what I need to take in. So I do it more on a breath type, goodness, I've lost my word. Visualization. So what do I need to breathe in? What do I need to hold? And what do I need to exhale? Is how I tend to look more at that. But again, a good template for how to do some basic tarot readings. Gives you the correspondences for the month, a little area to plan out your altar if you're going to be doing that. And then intentions. I thought this was another cute idea. So you'll select and circle like 3 intentions for the month. And then if you're doing any spell work, you've got that all done. So you could put in each intention and how you're going to manifest it. So I like the fact that they're not just like, hey, pick a word and that's great. They're like, okay, pick a word. How are you going to manifest it? And then spells and rituals. Just a couple of little note pages for any other magic you're wanting to do. And then it goes into the actual planner. So you have each day. So you've got your, I guess, areas for like if you had classes or, you know, work stuff. Then you have your intention for the day, your guiding tarot or oracle card, and card interpretation. And then you have a to-do list over here, and it's Monday through Sunday. And so that's pretty much how everything is set up. So let's see, February's. And it talks about in bulk, tarot reading, correspondences, altar planning, intentions, and then it just kind of goes back through that. So it's kind of nice that it has this standard to keep going throughout the entire year. However, like I said, it's very much set up for the beginner. If I was just starting out, or if I knew someone who was just starting out, I would 100% buy this for them. And it's really nice and keeps it kind of bite-sized. For me, because I already have a bullet journal that I keep, and it's kind of a blend of mundane and magical. So I'm thinking more as using this to record my own personal, like the little things that I generally don't record in my Book of Shadows. So like, if I lit a candle for a specific spirit, because that's the day, you know, I made that bond with them. You know, I might note in here, or, you know, hey, I made this offering. Let's go with the harpies. So I made a candle offering to the harpies. This is the type of candle I used. If there was anything kind of to follow up on it. So like, hey, you know, the weather was really nice instead of being completely stormy. You know, things of that nature. I think I will record in here, maybe little snippets of every day. But using it as the way they have it set up, probably not. But I mean, it is really nice. It's very well made. Let's see, it cost me $45. And then I had free shipping, and it took about a month to get it. So I was kind of bummed not to start out the new year with it, but I'm pretty sure I can catch up. And then here's a section on dreams. So you just get at the nice basic dream journal pages. And yeah, that's it. I mean, those papers are just gorgeous. I will probably remove these and use them in my own book of shadows. But yeah, so that's my thoughts. I haven't tested the paperweight quality just yet. Seems to be decent. But yeah, so that is the Practicing Witch's Diary Book of Shadows for 2024.